welcome back to my channel and to Friday Makes. Oh, it's been a crazy day and it's snowing like crazy out there. It's a great day for crafting. So I'm working with Petals and Parchment, the bonus page for the Spring Reverie membership kit. And I decided that I wasn't going to back this because I want a little bit of contrast, but we're going to use this. It's so beautiful. So many things, you can use it as it is or cut things out and use it. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to cut a few things out. But for now, we're going to take and get this thing done. And I decided that I was just going to do it with this. And if you can hear me pausing, I'm pausing because I cannot find my ruler. I got this thing in and I didn't get the other. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, I did get it. It was just facing the wrong way, that's all. Okay, so I figure not everybody has the scoring board, so let's just do it this way. Alrighty, so we're just going to take and line up the lines like so, and twice, just because the twice on this is a cardstock, but not a really heavy cardstock. If you're using a really heavy one, you might need to do it 3 times, depending on the pressure you put to it. I don't apply a lot of pressure because I've been known to put too much and then I rip my paper, and then that's not good. Okay, so then we're going to go just straight across here like so. All right, put that away for now. We won't put that too far. And if you don't have a bone folder, what do they call those things? Use your ruler. Use the tip of your scissors. Many things. Many tools can be used many different ways. Go. And I'm just going to fold this up. And this is going to be so cute. If you're not a member of her club, her membership is $5 a month and you get one beautiful kit, and you get bonus pages throughout the month, and you have there's a few other little perks in there. I will leave the description. I will leave the description. I will leave in the description box the information to get to her membership page. It's on Ko-fi. I don't know if you're supposed to pronounce that Ko-fi or coffee. I don't know. I pronounce it Ko-fi because, well, I don't know. It's spelt weird, so it should be pronounced weird. And you can see that I have a little bit of a piece of paper here that's causing me just a touch of grief. So we're just gonna get rid of that. Now, if we did this, what happens if we do this? I like that too, but that's not the way it should be. It should be this way. And I'm just having a little bit of issue with this. I didn't make one of these ahead of time. I'm doing this with you guys. Let's see. Let's just push it down there and see what happens. There we go. Get it all flattened out. And there. Isn't that cute? Oh boy, that is really adorable. I love the look of that. We're just going to give it a little bit of a, there we go. Just want to make it a little bit of a thicker spine. There. So it folds around the rest of the stuff. Okay, so now what my thoughts were is I have these pieces of paper that are cardstock and I dyed them. So I thought that they might be kind of nice in here. And I don't think I can, oh, if I did it this way, I can get more than one out of there. Yes, there we go. Okay. And I'm just going to take and move it a little bit from the fold, like so. And if I do it like that, then we get it on either side, a little bit of space. And I'm just going to, like so. Are they the same size? Can I use this? Yes. That one's a little bit, no, it fits perfectly too. Well, let's just keep on doing them this size then, shall we? I dye all my little pieces. I save them and I throw them into coffee, and then I put them in between some paper towel, and then I use them up. And waste not, want not. This here is, and you can see it coming through, but I'm okay with that. Just gives it a little added texture or interest, a little added interest. So we're just going to do like so. There we go. Oops. I just spent 2.5 days doing taxes, so I am very happy to be back in my craft room. It's that time of year for us here in Canada. Okay, let's get rid of this out of here. We may use that yet, so we'll stick that there. Alrighty. And I'm going to grab my glue that I didn't put down. So while this is waiting, while we're waiting for this to come down, I lost my makeup blender that I use for putting my ink on, my distressed ink. I use it for this one here. And so I went on a hunt, and I found these at Dollarama. And so they were like $1 a piece, or $4 or whatever, $4.50 I think it was. If you can get them open. Why are you not coming open? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, there we go. There we go. And so I thought, well, for this, for the price of these, they're pretty good. They're nice quality. So this is what I'm going to use. But then when I looked at them, they all have different purposes. Well, that one looks the same. But this one's got that there. Does this one have? And this one's just round. So kind of not a bad idea and pretty inexpensive. And while we're waiting for that, let's just see how she works. Yeah. Now, as long as this one doesn't bounce off, I don't know. I have looked high and low for that other one. I have no clue where it's gone. No clue. And I don't have to do, we have to do this. Because we do. Because I'm an inker, so I have to do that. If you're not an inker, you don't have to do that. That worked pretty. And this one here, we need to ink this up. There. So it's the weekend. What's everybody's plans? Me, I'm going to be playing, not in the snow. Okay, because we have plenty of it. And I don't want to play in the snow. So we cut them all the same. And I think we're going to put this way. We're going to put the darker edge on the top because it gives it more contrast. Oh, well, I guess you can't get glue out of the clogged. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh. Always lands face down, doesn't it? And we're just gonna make sure that still goes up. There we go. It still folds down. That still folds. This one looks like it's smaller. I don't know why. They should all be the same size. This one fit in here? Yeah, let's put that one in there. Like so. Now, if you wanted to, you could have just used that backing on there, and that would have been perfectly fine. I just wanted a little bit of contrast. It's such a pretty kit. And in the next little while, I will do, before the end of the month or at the end of the month, I will do a flip through of my journal that I have made. And that seems to be a little long. I have to trim that off a bit. Like so. I'm off there. Now I'm just going to put my lid back on there for a minute, and I'm going to ink in here. Try and get rid of that white. I don't want white. We might actually take and cut a piece for that. I think that's what we'll do. I think the pointy, that pointy thing is pretty good for that. Getting right in there. It would have been better if I would have just done this before I even glued those on. Now that would have been thinking. Not crazy. Okay. So before we... Yeah, we can do this now. So we'll get these guys glued in place. So they're glued is maybe dry by the time we get the stuff put in there. So I'm just putting a nice thin layer in here. It doesn't have to be really thick. A lot of glue, because, well, it's not, well, it'll be enough to hold these tabs and these pockets in place, but that's all they have to do, really. It's not going to be that big of a stress load on it. Okay, so let's do, I think, let's do this one on there. I think that's a good idea. Right, so I'm just going to cut this whole thing out just because I can, and I will. I know I'll have ways, but I'm okay with that. Okay. And then we're just going to glue this. And I'm just going to put it right up. You could take and get fussy and cut a piece and round it off so that it has that little border edge around there, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to make sure that it's straight and that this still closes. That was my main goal right there. Okay, and I'll just take and cut that off. Probably let your glue dry first, but we just won't, because there's no sense in it. If I wasn't on camera, I would let it dry. But we don't want to sit here and watch glue dry. Okay, so let's get rid of that. And then I'm just going to ink it. There we go. Oh, you know what I should have done? I didn't. Oh well, that's okay. I could have before I glued this on, I could have put a little closure in here and glued it in, but I didn't, and I'm okay with that. That's okay. So let's just give it another creasing here. And like so. And I think I thought I had one of her words hanging. I do. I have one sitting here. Okay. Now let's just take and naturally crease this. There we go. I just want to give it a little bit of help finding its way home. And yeah, you could also add a little bit of lace in there. There's a lot of things we could have done to that before we put that backing on there. We could have put some lace in there. Oh, but we didn't, but you could. Okay, so I really like it this way. This is the way I like it to be. And I know the pockets go this way, but you know what? I'm okay with that. Because this is going to be a little pocket anyways, whether it's this way or this way, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I like that. I don't care for that. Okay, I'm sorry, my throat is getting very dry. So I need to have some water. My husband, he was sick with something and brought it home. So I think I'm coming down with whatever it was that he had. Now hopefully whatever he had didn't last very long, so I'm hoping that if that's what he gave me, that I'm going to be as lucky as he was, and it's not going to last very long. So pretty. These master balls are always so much fun, and so many different ways to use them. Okay, now I thought I would just take and put this under here and trim off what I don't need. I think this would be best. Yeah, I like that. But if we do this way, oh look, if we do this way, we get a little more of it. I just have to trim off a very little bit. I think that's what I'm going to do. With our ink head. Actually, I might ink it with the pink. This one here. This is Victorian Velvet. I know these are not inkers, but that's what I had at the time around me, and so that's what I've been using. Yeah, that's pretty. There we go. Okay, whoops, I'll put it there. Keep that handy. And we're going to put it this way, right? Yeah, that's pretty. I'm not going to put anything in behind there. We could put some, but it's going to cover up so much of it. So I think we're just going to leave it as is, because I think that'll be pretty too. Come on, you were doing so good. There we go. I know somewhere this is getting cut off, but I don't remember which ones. So we're just going to do them as they're all getting glued down. There we go. That was us guys here. Okay, so we're just going to take and put this right to the edge. So it's not interfering with anything. And then, cute. Let's take it over this way. So, there we go. Okay. And then, oh, look how pretty that is. That's really pretty. Okay, so let's work on our tags here. And I have got this stuff, which I think this just goes perfectly with it. So that's what we're going to do. And this is the way I keep my ribbons. These ones here, once they fall in, you never find the ends again. It's very difficult. So I just do it this way, and then I don't worry about them falling in. Okay. I'm not going to put eyelets in these because they're not going to require a lot of strength. And if I was thinking, we could have taken, and I don't have any stamps out, but we could stamp on these to decorate them. We could use a stencil on the back just to give it a pretty background for writing. Or we could have backed them so it wasn't something so white. They're cute. Okay, so let's do it with the pink. Let's give it a little. I think I actually have a. Okay. This is going to be one of those days. Lots of snow. Things aren't going my way. And it looks like that might be just the way the day is today. Now, we could take, oh, that's so cute. We have these things here too, so we don't have to put all, we could do that. We could stuff things in behind there. But we could also take and make this look like it's not quite just like it's a ticket that's been around for a while. This is a keepsake, right? This is somebody's thinking of places that they've been and they're keeping this. I'm just going to rip that out like that. Oh my goodness, I'm having such issues with lids today. Muddy up that so it doesn't look so stark. And if you wanted to, you could take and put your hole punch in there too. I'm not going to do that though. I'm not going to do that today. Okay, so let's, while we're here, let's get these other ones done. Pull this up more. I don't want them. I've had that before where I only cut a little bit exactly what I need, then it goes flying back in there, and then you gotta hunt. I love this stuff though. I would get this in different colors too, because it's I love the way that it looks. Not for gluing it down. It's trickier for gluing it down, but I do like the way it looks when you tie it in. If you ever get it small enough that you can get it in there. Come on, in there, in you go. Okay, pink one too, there you go. Okay, even you guys up. One thing about this stuff is it's trickier to, if you lose one end when you poke it through, it's trickier to find everything. Like that one right there. Did not hook in. Did it? No. So we got to tie that one separately. That's okay. That's okay. There. Oh, 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 oh. What do I see happening here? This one didn't work either. Well, then we'll just take it and we'll individually tie that one too. Like I said, it's if you don't get those two in there, it really makes it tricky to see where they are or aren't. There we go. Let's do the last one. I can't even imagine crocheting with this. Whew. I'm not much of a crocheter to begin with, but I don't think I would want to. As you can see, I have just as much trouble just doing it this way. And there we go. I got them both. Okay. And then we need to do a little something with the front, I'd say. Where's my green one? Where'd the green one go? Do that again. There you are. Okay. Pink and green. There you are. Okay, let's get you through here and get you back. There we go. Okay. And let's see, where is these little guys? They're so cute. I'm in a cute world today. Everything is cute. Except for when I look outside and see all that snow. And then with the snow, we have all the freezing rain too. So it's just, the highways are nasty. My husband got, about 5 kilometers out of town or so and decided to come back because it was not a good day for driving. Okay, so we'll put these in here like so. And this one, this, cute like that. And if you wanted to, just leave it up. See how that looks. Looks like a pocket full of mess, doesn't it? I don't actually mind that though. I don't mind that at all. Okay, so now I am going to put an eyelet in here. And I do have pink ones. And we need a little washer. There we go. Okay. And let's see. It is very bright out there. That's, I will say that. No sunshine. Okay, we're going to pop it right here in these flowers, unfortunately, but that's what we're going to do. Right in about the center-ish. And we're going to this, and this. So Elizabeth surprised me today with these. I didn't think there was, because we're right at the end of the month, so I didn't think there was going to be any more. And then all of a sudden she said, guess what? I'm going to do it, because why not? Okay, and then I think, oh, I do have pink. I do have pink. Yes, I do. Wow, who'd have thunk it? Okay, pinky, pinky, here it is. And I think we're going to do a lot, because why not? We want to make sure it goes around and gives us that nice, okay, hopefully that's enough. You can use whatever. I decided that I'm going to use this because I have it, and it usually will go pretty good, I think. Okay, and I'm going to go in here, and I'm just going to take and this here, like so. Oops, get back in there. Here. So we could definitely put something in here and decorate it up some more, or just leave that pretty in there. And then this here will go around like this. That's good. I like that. It'll go through lots. Okay, so let's see. Do I have something that can fit in here? I'll bet I do. Oh, you know what I got? I got dragonflies. Look at. Purdy. Okay, that's not going to, there we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to put this. I know how good these work together. I know. Not very, you know what, let's make sure that they're even. That'll help, number one. So dealing with a straggler. I won't get these two together at the same time. Yes, that's what I did. But I'm going to take a little bit of glue to glue these all together, so I can get them through there, because otherwise I could be battling that till who knows when. As long as I have to battle my glue, apparently. Okay. There. Now at least everything will be together in my gluey fingers. But let's see if this is going to work. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now let's make sure where we need this to be. So I am just going to tie it right about there. so it doesn't go any further than what we want it to be. You know how sometimes things just don't want to work for you? I'm just having one of those days. Okay, let's do that. Tie a good knot in there. And then let's cut that glued end off. And we'll give it a little fraying. Oh, and you wanted to fray like crazy for me before. Let's fray. Come on, there we go. There we go. Let's give it a little ratty-tatty look. There we go. Yeah, oh, let's just do it in the one. Let's just do it in the one. Maybe we should just do it. No. Maybe we should just not try to be so perfect with it. There we go. Get in there. Get in there. Oh my gosh. So, mental note. No, 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 no. Okay, so we're going to do this over. I want to do over. Okay. Glue our ends. Glue our ends together. Well, you know, you can fast forward through me struggling with this, or you can just watch the determination I've got. Okay, bluey fingers again. Get this on here. Now, if you made any of those clusters, you could put a cluster on here. That would have been very pretty too. Okay. There we go. Okay. I want you to hang to here. So I'm going to put you right here to here. Okay. Oop, get off there. Oh, just do it like that. Just do it like that. I was trying to be fancy, and it just told me, no, don't be fancy. So, like so. Cut the end. Fray it up. Fray it up. There we go. Yeah, I think it was just telling me before, you know what, that's not right. Don't do it this way. There we go. There, look it. Finally. Yay! Do it twice if it's too long. Better to have it too long than too short. So there we go. Little butterfly, dragonfly in there. And we still have this one here. So this one here we could have just stuck right on the back like that. I don't mind that. Over like that. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. And I'm going to ink this. Yes, I am. Just to get rid of my white little pieces there. To maybe give this a little bit of a, you know what, let's do that. Let's make it so it's not so perfect. Let's just make it so it's not perfect. Let's ink that. Right there. I think it look like it's seen a few days. And then let's, I know it's getting glued on there, but let's just give it a little bit of ratty-tatty too. Another thing you could do, which would have been a really nice effect, would do the faux leather effect on it. That would have been pretty too. That would have been really pretty. Okay, and so we're going to have this way. So I want this to be this way. And I think that looks a little too much there for me. And then if we ratty-tatty it up, there we go. And then, come on, glue. Come on, glue. Yeah, come on, glue. It's about this much glue in there. I don't understand why it's so hard coming down. I think maybe what I should do is start holding it upside down. I don't trust the lid. I don't want glue all over the place. But that might be just what I have to start doing. Make sure there's no fuzzies in there. I want the flower to show. If you don't want the flower to show, you can cover it up or don't put anything there at all. But that is what I wanted. That's so cute. So thank you, Elizabeth, for another one of your great little bonus pages projects. You always come up with the cutest ideas. And we'll put our little dragonfly. In here. Oh, get in there. It's not hard. There we go. It's not that hard. It just likes to give me some grief. And I didn't have any need for that word yet. So there we go. So have yourselves an awesome day, a great weekend. Hopefully you get done everything you want to get done and have some fun doing it. Me, I'm going to be busy crafting. That is going to be my time. All right, so have yourselves an awesome day. Thank you for hanging out with me, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.